Hey YouTube, Inside for Nerds here, the Nightwing, talking about my possible MVP player today, the support that I was going to choose, and then I'll do probably 5 more players, and from NA, Korea, XD, LOL, from our lovely for fun region, North America. Now I know someone wanted me to choose Afromu, or he wanted me to choose Core JJ, and they wanted me to choose someone else I can't remember at this current point in time. Oh, Biofrost, actually. But I think the support that may be the prime candidate to become a MVP this split is Smoothie. Not several reasons why he's, as per the thumbnail, he's not on Cloud9 anymore. If you guys have actually not been following League for the last year, he's actually on our lovely best team ever in North America's existence, TSM. Best team in all of existence. They're way better than SKT. I'm trolling. Alright, so Smoothie actually this past year during the spring split was actually in the running for MVP for literally 8 weeks. We've seen him completely transition from what he had used to be when he was actually introduced in Cloud9 during 2016 summer. We saw him at MVP quality in 2017. We saw him slowly transition up until that point through that 2016 mark in which he was swapping with Bunny Fufu all the way up to the Worlds run. When they entered the 2017 spring split, we saw him at MVP quality then, warding, making plays, directing the team around the map, objective control. His lane pressure has been really good. His 2v2 and the synergy he can build with his ADC is really good. You see him actually on his Twitch streams really try to be one with his ADC. Make sure you move at once, you're attacking the same time, you're trading effectively. We saw him and Sneaky become one of the more better bot lanes in North America, and I think that Cloud9, even though I'm a fan of theirs, at the current point in time really needed a player like Smoothie to direct what they were doing on the map, the shot calling, the engage. When you could switch out your summoner spell and have it on TP, Smoothie would instantly be in top lane. Even this spring split that we had in 2018 for this last year work with Licorice very well. Then we saw in summer 2018 when they had that big old debacle and the whole benching and players and stuff like that, when he had actually left Cloud9 and transitioned to Echo Fox, we still saw that, but we didn't really see that to the necessarily quality that we were reminded of when we used to see him on Cloud9. So for possible MVP players, you remember you have to be the most valuable player to your team, and I think that he fits that bill very perfectly, in my own personal opinion. Warding, trading in lane does very well. He can facilitate his team in a certain way, but all those things are going to be really, really dependent on how he can function like he did on Echo Fox, TSM, and can he put that in TSM, because there was a certain time he was on TDK. If you guys don't even remember, he was a big facilitator in what they would do as well, but TDK had a lot of problems that I don't need to go over in this video. Most of you guys already know that by now, but we saw him get Cloud9 to a certain point and have them reach a certain point. He got quarterfinals at Worlds twice. He has 2 quarterfinal finishes, and and you have to factor in maybe if they don't have Smoothie, they don't even get that far. But needless to say, his champion pool is pretty diverse, and he's willing to play whatever the team wants. He's willing to be that leader that the team needs. But how can that transition over into TSM? We've seen TSM take on shot calling supports and literally not utilize them. So maybe third time's the charm. Smoothie comes over and he can facilitate TSM in a way that he did on Cloud9 and Echo Fox and TDK when he was on that team back in the day, and get them to a certain point where if he can lead them in a certain direction and get them to really enhance their early game, TSM to be a more proactive team early on, to get early game aggression, then I think that we're looking at another possible support MVP. I think that in terms of just mechanics, he's a little bit better than Afromu actually, and I think that in terms of just what he can push his team to do, I think he's done that better. Yes, Afromu has the titles, but I think that can also be a thing with someone having stronger players in certain positions to pull off certain things the team needs. And then you look at a player like Smoothie, who's had, I'm going to say Cloud9 was lackluster, but at certain point in times, his teammates were a bit lackluster compared to the other players that other supports have had throughout the years in their careers in the NALCS, EULCS, LCK, LPL, etc. So I think that he brings everything you're going to need for a support. And remember, support is a very main role. Supports dictate a lot of what the early game is going to be about, and I think that he can do that on TSM if they let him. You know, they got to let him do what he's known for, and even if they don't, it's perfectly fine technically, because he's going to have a player like Sven. His and Smoothie's mechanics are actually really good. Trading in lane, champion pool, he can play some really off weird meta stuff. Sometimes he likes to really stick toward that meta stuff. He likes to, you know, ward very deeply. He likes to get his team to that point where they can be ahead and can easily win the game. So that's my support, my possible MVP player for the support category for the NA Spring 2019. Just branded as LCS this year, so that's going to be really interesting. Competitive league starts around the world around the 14th or the 12th. I think the LPL is starting first, so let me know who you think should be a possible MVP for the NALCS Spring 2019. I have about I think 5 more players left to go through, so that's something to do as well. Like I said, JTH is busy right now. We're going to be actually doing our mid lane power rankings when he ever answers the phone. So yeah, I'm sorry that we were a little bit inactive for a couple of days. We just been a little bit busy. Holidays are always busy for a lot of people, but content coming. Make sure you keep the notification bell enabled, like the video, comment, and subscribe if you have not. See you guys later. Bye. Have a good day. Peace out.